I can state for a fact that the older generation had an innate desire to study because they didn't mind to walk 3 kilometers to the library, sit down there, comb through, and write their thesis.
Mr. Chairman, can we point to one African leader who have denied his salary or ex gratia to the benefit of his or her country? Definitely none.
References that were properly cited.
All right, so thank you very much, and we welcome all of you here at KNUST. This is the Yaz Intellectuals Reality Debate Show. My name is Edu Jemfe, and I'm here with
Nanaba Amwa.
And together, we're going to give you some wonderful moments. Already, we've seen how some of the participating halls have done very, very well in this particular competition.
Okay, so this show is proudly sponsored by Yaz range of products, and supported by Capital O2 producers of Living Bitters and FCF. And we are also supported by Access Bank.
All right, so we are in the beautiful garden city of Kumasi, the Ashanti regional capital. At this point, we'll take a very short break. We'll be back shortly.
21st century design. Made with durable materials, bristles crafted to reach in between your teeth, flexible, allows easy control. Introducing Yaz range of toothbrushes, made for every pocket. For bulk purchases, call 0302 235294. Yaz toothbrushes, clean teeth, confident smile.
Okay, welcome back from that commercial break. So today on the Knockout edition, we are going to have two competing halls coming on, and the debate is going to be between Evandy Hall of University of Ghana and the Unity Hall of KNUST.
The supremacism of continentalism in intellectualism is actually tourism.
Conti boys, you know the joke. In terms of academics,
Conti, as we all know, is a hall of power. We are full of power, and our unity is our strength. For more than 40 years now, we have been united no matter the storm.
we are the continentals because we are best at everything. Everything in terms of academic, sports, in everything. And we will show it at this competition.
Why are we going to win intellectuals? Well, there's no doubt about it. The biggest hall in West Africa with the only surviving twin towers.
First of all, as our name suggests, Unity Hall, and so we're united. Debating is all about cohesion, and when it comes to cohesion of ideas, it is Unity Hall.
We are like a barrier, a threshold, and other halls would have to beat us in order to win this competition. And so far, I don't think there's any hall that would be able to beat us. So yeah, we are taking it. I know Unity Hall are going to be the maiden winners of this competition.
Conti intellectuals.
Conti. For unexplained reasons, I don't know why Evandy decided not to turn up. So, as part of our general rules, it indicates that any hall that fails to show up is automatically disqualified.
But then again, Kwame, we still need to talk about the topic on which this debate is going to be held on, the increase in poor academic performance of students at the basic levels up to the tertiary institution is as a result of advancement of technology.
Okay, so for our moderators, we have Professor Martin Owusu with us. We also have Professor Goski Alabi. And we also have with us here Dr. Osenu Adams. Let's give them a wonderful round of applause. They are moderators for their program. But as we told you earlier, Evandy Hall has decided not to turn up. But we're going to give Unity Hall the opportunity to tell us their views about the motion that we have on board.
We'll give Unity Hall the opportunity to give us their assertion on the motion.
As the saying goes, there is no smoke without fire. Neither there is a problem without a cause. Advancement of technology in terms of availability, easy accessibility, cheapness, progression, and expansion, and in all of these utopian things, is the very hammer shaping out the fundamental reason for the institution of the school system. The chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, fellow students, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Master D. Isaac, a proud student of KNUST and a member of the undefeatable Unity Hall. As the principal speaker for my team, I rise, claiming boldly that yes and truly indeed, that the increase in poor academic performance of students at the basic level right up until tertiary institutions is as a result of advancement in technology. The chair of the house, to sound more emphatic and to clear all sorts of ambiguity that is encompassing this motion, I will go forward by explaining a few keywords. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, advancement is the progression to a higher state, and technology is the application of scientific knowledge. Restating the motion, it then reads, the appalling academic performance of students over the years at all stages of education is because of the increased usage and exposure to technology. The chair of the house. To make my argument more palpable and understandable, I'd like to clarify a few issues before I go on with my advocacy. For us to win this debate, we are here to prove to you three factors. First, how technological advancement is the cause that increase poor academic performance. Secondly, we prove to you how other factors are not more important than advancements in technology in the rise of poor academic performance. Lastly, we prove to you how the positive aspects of technology does not have that direct impact on students' academic performance, but the negative aspects do. Now, before we go on, there is this general concession of the motion that the whole house should agree to. The motion clearly stated that academic performance has been derailing over the years, and hence that is not arguable. It's an established fact. With this said, one will quite wonder, why is it so? Because there have been improvements, there have been changes, there have been infrastructural advantages to these systems of education as compared to the olden times. So why is it that they were performing better, but now we are failing? That shows you that improvement in technology actually is not having that direct bearing on students' academic performance. Now, we agree to the fact that there are other causes of poor academic performance. Yes, but we tell you that these causes of poor academic performance were something that existed even in the olden times, and it also existed now. When you talk about infrastructure, when you talk about lack of money, resources, students studying under trees, and a whole lot, it was existent in the olden days, but still people were passing. Even our honorable judges, during their times, these problems existed, but they've made it such high in the educational ladder. So that should tell you that if anyone wants this podium to tell us that there are other reasons why technology is not the main cause. We thought that those reasons existed, but never caused such a drastic drop in academic performance. But now, what is new in our system that was not in the olden times? And that is when we draw the missing line, that it is the advancement of technology. It is the rate at which technology has increased. It is the massification of technological goods so that it has been made so accessible to people, and everybody now have technological things to their advantage. This is the very reason why people are failing in their academic performance, and prove to you why. Our first point, that advanced technological devices waste time. According to a 2015 CNN report, the average teen, spends a whooping 9 hours per day on the social media or on his phone. We should keep in mind that these are students we are talking about, and they have that time to pay to their books, to have leisure to rest, even for the next academic week. But this is the case. Technology is stealing the large quota of their time, and hence they have less time to actually prepare for the academic ladder ahead, and hence when they are tested, they fail drastically, and that is the cause or the reason why they are failing academically. Opposition may talk about how these technological devices will be used for research and for learning. But we told them that the prolonged and addictive usage of something, even if it is good, it can be detrimental to the progress of that particular thing. And again, we told them about idealism and realism. Ideally, technology was invented to help humanity for learning and process and research and all those things. But practically, that is not what we see. When we go to the field, the number of students using technology to watch pornography or wasting time on social media outweighs the number of students who are using it to research into the academic work. And this is the very thing that shows that technology is rather being a curse with respect to academic performance, without emphasis. Again, we tell you that students loses concentration due to addiction to these devices. According to Media Shift in 2018, experts became aware that they warned the general public against the peril of addiction of technology. Baroness Greenfield, who was a neurochemist, warned that the longer time people spend on their technological devices, their attention span decreases. We can all relate to the fact that attention span, even of these students, is very crucial to their academic performance. And if technology is actually making them lose their attention span, virtually we are telling them they can't retain more, they can't concentrate to understand things, and at the end of the day they perform poorly in academics, and that is what has dropped the level of academics. And yes, to that effect. Again, we tell you that students feel so complacent. Gone were the days that when students turn to instructors when they had problems, because they feel they have a better method, they have a wider range, they have the internet to search for information which are better than what the instructor will give them. But we all know that in as much as there are good things on the internet, it is also loaded with a whole lot of, in quotes, junk. Now, students are exposed to all these things, and because students are tested on standardized tests, that means their knowledge in particular things are restricted or are guided in certain ways. But on the internet, there is no such control. Hence, they reproduce these things in their academic works, and they end up failing and trailing drastically. Again, we tell you that students now loses their interpersonal relationships that coexisted among them. And now let's talk to you how interpersonal relationship is so crucial to this debate. Interpersonal relationship fosters things like group studies, extra tuition, and all these were the things that were making the older generation succeed academically. But now, technology, I just take my phone and I'm WhatsApping with somebody I don't even know, somebody I don't even recognize. I'll just be WhatsApping. So I lose that contact with my immediate people who can help me in my studies, and the group studies and extra tuition is lost, and then they fail drastically. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shall we again welcome the first supporting speaker?
Distinguished panel members, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed. It's rather unfortunate that we do not have an opposition team that would give us the form of competition that we ought to get. But yet still, the purpose of this debate is not just so that we get a winner, but rather so we contribute our quota to a national issue. So we contribute our quota to a national issue. That is the derailing academic performances that we are getting 2 through the basic level up to the tertiary level. That is one thing that we ought to look at. But listen, this debate was clearly supposed to be a juxtaposition of things. So proposition will come in and will tell you that the main reason why people are essentially failing is because of technological advancement. They are here to disprove that. But yet still, I'll give them a counterclaim. The best model that opposition could have brought to this debate, then I would engage them on that model. So the best they could have brought to this debate is by telling us that technology is not a factor, and as such, there are other factors that are causing this. But the factors that they would have to mention to us would have to deal about the infrastructure. They would have to speak about low funds. They would have to speak about corruption, the things that are existing in the system, the nuances that are existing in our current dispensation. But that is to say that such things are not mutually exclusive to only the present generation. The panel will attest to the fact that during their times when they had to go to school as well too, they had to go through all these systematic practices that they would want us to understand. Insofar as that they can't say that these things are mutually exclusive to the present generation, then we think that those things fall flat. What is in picture A and it's not in picture B? Picture A being your generation panel and picture B being my generation. The thing that is existent in mine that is not in yours is technological advancement. The over-massification of the media. The social media is the brainchild of technological advancement. That is where majority of students spend their time and as such cannot concentrate enough to adequately study and then do what is best that they ought to do. But then lastly, I know this point would have gone through this debate cleanly and no one would have touched it. That is on the paradigm shift on learning. What has technological advancement done to this? I can state for a fact that the older generation had an innate desire to study because they didn't mind to walk 3 kilometers to the library, sit down there, comb through and write their thesis. But right now, those things have been brought to our doorstep, but yes, though, we are failing. Why are we failing? Owing to the fact that the current generation have grown complacent. Owing to the fact that we've grown complacent, we've also become lazy. Why are we existentially lazy? I tell you, technological advancement. Owing to the fact that I do not have to walk to the extent, I do not have to walk 2 kilometers to the extent before I get to literature. Literature has been brought to my doorstep. Listen, there are two sides of the coin to technology. Technology has done some good, but yes, though, in solving one problem that technology wishes to do, it gives us 4. Technology would alleviate our headaches, but then give us a cancer. That is what technology is doing, dumbing it down to the simplest level. That is one thing that we do not have to buy into. If that's the premise that technology would want to give to the Ghanaian education society, we do not buy into that. But yet, so what form of solution would the proposition team wish to bring on board? Because in as much as the debate, we are supposed to intellectually defile the minds of the people in this room. So what do we wish to bring? So if there is that clear sync between technology and our academia, we believe that that is the thing that would help the future generation, and would help the people before me. Posterity will be our best judge. So you knew that this was what was going on, but I did nothing about it. Technology is a good, but yet still, insofar as that the people are not restricted, that is to say that the students, we have our smartphones. The teacher is lecturing, but yes, so I'm at the back and I'm using my smartphone. Which one has more impact on my academia? It's supposed to have been the projector, but yes, so that is not what's going to impact my academics. Because I've been distracted, I don't get the vital information. Technology has only made us comfortable, but why aren't we utilizing this comfort? That is to say that the current generation have misused the technology, and as such, we can say that that is the reason why we are simply failing in our books. The clear concession in this debate, that's something opposition would have wanted to change, is that technology is helping improve academia. If that be the case, then why is it that the students aren't also passing? That is the question we are supposed to be asking ourselves. That in as much as they have comfortable chairs, they have smart boards, they are still failing. Why is that the case? That is to say that they are misusing it. No one is serving as the control body over us. No one is serving as a regulatory body over the technological advancement. In the United States of America, they have charter schools. Charter schools are private schools. That's they make sure that the students are more or less like in a boarding system. Quarantine. Those schools are excelling very much in the States because they know that the problem that the United States is facing is technological advancement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can we now have the second supporting speaker?
The chairperson, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, guest, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from the land of continentals, where our arguments aren't based on sentimentals, but on credentials. And hence, since we are unopposed in this debate, it means we are actually the intellectuals. Address me by Master Joshua Ba, a student of the prestigious Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and a powerful representative of the powerhouse of West Africa, Conti. Speaking as the second supporting speaker for the motion. Panel, my side of the house reaffirms the narrative that the advancement of technology is the major cause of the decline in students' performance in these times. Why? Because just opposing these moments, these current moments, from then, that's the past times, there is only one difference we see, which is the advancement in technology. Also, we say that it is only logical to conclude that this factor, which was absent in past times where students were excelling, and which is present in these times where students are failing, we can only logically conclude that it is advancement of technology that is solely to blame. These are the irrefutable points we raised, which we supported with substantial evidence. If you didn't get that, we stated clearly that 1, it limits the studying time and interrupts studies. 2, it prevents students from fully concentrating during classes and lessons. 3, we said it causes addiction to media. 4, we said it is a form of distraction. 5, we said it wastes the time of students. 6, we said it breeds complacency among students. 7, reduction of teacher-student interpersonal relationships. 8, promotes negative work habits and ethics. 9, it encourages laziness among students. 10, effect of advancement on technology creates a paradigm shift on learning. 11, decrease in ingenuity. Chairperson, panel of judges, all protocols observed. With all these points aforementioned, we agree that indeed the advancement of technology have been of some benefit to us. But will you take a pill that will help reduce your headache and rather give you cancer? This is the question which we ask, and this is the question which the panel of judges should actually consider. And this is why we stand and we say that we are unopposed, and we say that we have currently won this debate, whether there was a house or not. Thank you. I rest my case.
Thank you, Unity Hall.
Thank you very, very much. All right, so as our judges, collate their results, we take a very short break here. We'll be back.
I've got yes comfort. I've got yes confidence. I've got yes freshness. We've got yes protection.
Ultra thin, wide wings and leak guards. Yes, sanitary pads give you maximum comfort, hygiene and protection in a resealable pack.
We've got yes protection.
Yes, sanitary pads. Maximum protection, maximum confidence.
Don't worry, we've got yes protection.
Welcome back, viewers, from that short break.
All right, so we're giving the opportunity to our moderators to have their thoughts on the issues raised by Unity Hall.
Thank you very much. Once again, we've had a very splendid presentation. Your appearance alone tells so much. Indeed, they did admit that technology in Ghana seemed to be a major contributor to the poor performance, and they gave a catalog of reasons why they believe so, with some supporting evidence. What we didn't find was more of references. Many of the examples or support that they use were what we would call anecdotal evidence. But we believe that their presentation, though very, very good, could have been exceptional if they had used more of references that were properly cited, like we saw earlier on today. But as we sat there and we looked and listened to them, we appreciated the talents and abilities, particularly in respect of presentation skills. All of them did exceptionally very well with their presentation skills. We were actually wondering, the first presenter did a great job. The second and third speakers we had today were exceptional in the sense that for the first time we observed people speaking or rising to the occasion. They did not speak according to the written script. They did not speak according to what had been prepared, to the extent that we find in other ones, when the people were not even present, they spoke as if they were speaking to the people who were present. They also really spoke to the situation in many different respects. So we want to say congratulations, because that actually brought up the creativity in them and it made it more real than staged. Once again, we want to say congratulations, your points were very well made. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Goskiala. Another round of applause for her.
Yeah.
Dr. Oseni Adams. Okay.
I have little to add to what has been said. It's a problem of use of language and concord. Use of language and concord, which happens to be the backbone of your presentation. There were some few lapses here and there, especially with the principal speaker. Apart from that, they've done marvelously well. Thank you so much.
All right, so at this point, we'd like to thank Unity Hall very much. And so they progress through to the next round of the competition. So congratulations once again to Unity Hall. Conti! We are very much grateful for your presence. And so on this note, my name is Sedujemfi, and together with
Nanaba Amwa,
we say thank you and bye-bye. God bless.